morning. They said it was coldest it's ever been last night this winter. 33 degrees out. And I was kind of anticipating it to be quite the chilly morning. And it's not. I guess it's warming up pretty fast. So I feel a little too bundled up. I'm wearing a jacket. Welcome to Florida. So yeah, it's been a little while. I've been keeping a low profile while I cope with the depression of caffeine. It hasn't been that bad. It's been okay. No, I felt like I was just starting to get a little repetitive. I didn't really have much to talk about, so I needed to take a little bit of a break. And I think I've needed that on a couple of levels because I'm I've done all of the prep work. I've done all the work that I need to do to prepare to start pushing, to start getting real estate clients for Horboron Creative. And I orchestrated a situation with Trip and Rochelle and everything else where when I had downtime, I just wanted to take the downtime. There was that motivation early on, like at the end of the year, where it was like, if I have a free minute, I have a minute to do something. I have a minute to work. And that tapered off to a point where now I'm working, and now I want to relax and spend time with Sam and do nothing and watch TV. And, I don't know if that's a better balance, but it's a different balance for sure. Or maybe it is a balance. So I have put the kibosh on the videos, and the videos is a mixed bag, and I know Trip watches this, so I will say this. Well, no, I mean, he's at a different place. Trip's at a different place with his videos than I want him to be, and we've talked about it before, and we've acknowledged it. I pressured him, and I shouldn't be pressuring him. I've secretly, subtly been encouraging him to scale back to bi-weekly or monthly schedule for busted stuff, because it was because pulling something out of his ass every week, as everybody's doing on that channel, is not productive, and it's the quality of the videos we're literally seesawing back and forth. And we were I think we were averaging probably about one really good video a month, and that's not worth it. That's not worth it. You're better off just putting out that one video a month than putting out all of the bad stuff. And I'm not saying there were horrible videos, Trip. I'm just saying, as you well know, there's a lot. They could have been so much better. And Rochelle, there was a glimmer of hope with Rochelle, and it was a good experiment. It was a good process. But ultimately, she can't afford to do this, to pay me for this. She's not making any money with it. The prospect of making any money on it is extraordinarily minimal. If it's a dead end project, is what it, for me as producer editor. That's what it boils down to. Without a good venue to push it out to a lot of people, to get the exposure, to get the interaction, to get the feedback, it's a dead project. And that's disappointing. But I wouldn't have known that unless I invested the time I did into trying to produce the videos, or not trying, but actually producing the videos. And I just feel if I'm going to be putting that much time into something, either it's going to have a big direct benefit for me, or I'm going to get paid for it. Rochelle did pay me once, which was really nice, but I can't continue. I can't work on the hope of a paycheck later on down the line at some point in the game. That just doesn't. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. It's not sustainable. Basically, all of the arguments I made about Sogo Media, about the creative and the talent and creating a sustainable environment, all of that directly applied to me, as well as a producer and editor working on those projects. And what I was doing was I was giving them the benefit of the doubt to get their shit together. In the meantime, working on fumes, getting to the point where I was working on fumes, and shit was never gotten together. So if I'm going to make that kind of investment of my time, it goddamn better well be for something that is worthwhile to me. Horrible Wrong Religion, I'll probably just keep padding that until I use up the content that was produced with the three of us. And I'm not stopping Tripp's videos. I mean, this was, I think, hopefully this was the serious. I mean, he had already said, I'll cut back on the cutting back to bi-weekly or something. But I think this was the motivation to do that, hopefully. And if that's the case, then that'll be fine. I don't mind doing that every few weeks, producing that video for him. But this weekly schedule was just nuts and crazy and fucking exhausting. Especially the way they both got to the point. Well, Tripp not so much, but it just sort of worked out that way. Delivering their videos at the last minute, and then I have like 24 hours to edit and upload. That's always fun. Tripp wasn't always like that, but I was waiting for the weekend. I kind of waited till the weekend to start editing his. Anyway, that's the story there. Those videos, going downhill. Frequency. Rochelle, it was fun. And the other part of it is like, well, this is okay. If this is valuable to you, which I know it's not. But if it was, then they would find a way to make it happen. Simple as that. So, let's see. I think there was something very specific I wanted to talk about this morning. Oh yeah, Orlando Insider. So yeah, I had the brilliant idea, once again, and I think I might have talked about this in a previous video. But yeah, Orlando Insider was on a year-long hiatus, and all the theorizing and hypothesizing about the content stream and shareable videos or shareable images, content, viral shareable content for Facebook and all this kind of stuff. All of that really applies well to Orlando Insider. So, I've been laying some groundwork and warming up, and this week, starting at noon o'clock today, about 1 o'clock today, I'm officially jumping back into the pool. I've been building up. I've been writing some stuff and posting some stuff and doing some graphics, but officially starts this afternoon with a new ad campaign for Orlando Insider on Facebook. And it is a paid ad that I haven't done before. Previously, it was all either promote your page or promote a post. This is a very specific ad for Orlando Insider. I've also been working the Twitter feed and working, different kinds of format. So instead of just linking a post on the blog to Twitter, I've taken some time to read the news, respond to some things, and just tweet some stuff rather than constantly promoting news blogs. the news blog. So that's helped a little bit. I've seen a little increase. I'm starting to get a little bit of traction and interaction, and I'm the lineup of stuff I have for this week I'm happy with it. The other thing is I gave Patty, my coworker, she's already doing half the work, so it was just a process of sitting her down to write it. We're doing restaurant reviews, and I'll be honest, her first drafts aren't great because she writes this diary of this experience at the restaurant, and it's just long as hell. And this first one that we did was for the Winter Park Fish Company, and you can check it out. Go to orlandoinsider.org. It's posted there. And it was just, good Lord, it was long. It was really long. It took me 2 or 3 days to do the second draft edit, and get it in the OIO format and style that I wanted it in. And the end result, I think, is really fucking good. It's really good. So she sent me her second review last night as I requested. I wanted to get that out this week because the paid promotion on Facebook runs from this afternoon to Friday afternoon. So that hopefully will push up the Facebook numbers. The idea, again, as always, is that Facebook is probably going to be the primary destination. Facebook has the potential to be the primary destination for Orlando Insider, the primary content feed, the primary home to the content feed. Of course, it's going to be spread out. Oh, the other thing is, after Rubio did his Republican response to the State of the Union, Marco Rubio is the Florida senator that Orlando Insider loves to hate because his ears are giant and he, like most politicians, is a dick. He really is. An empty suit full of lies and ambition. Lies and ambition, a horrible combination. I should write that down. Lies and ambition. So he did the Republican response, and there was the sip heard around the world. He bent over and grabbed a sip of water during the speech. It was horrible, and I posted about it. I found a GIF of it. Now I'm sure there's a billion GIFs out there. I posted about it and linked to the other big Marco Rubio story that Orlando Insider did back in 2011. And that night, the night of the State of the Union, traffic on OIO jumped into the hundreds because everybody went onto Google and started searching Marco Rubio's giant ears. The search traffic had tapered off since, and I think it's leveling off. It's still leveling off as of today, but I've had people in the Department of Defense. I've had people in the Federal Housing and Human Services, and all over have been searching Marco Rubio's giant ears and winding up on OrlandoInsider.org because of my original article from 2011 about how he has giant ears and wants to burn your house down and eat you. There's this quote during a Senate meeting or a House meeting or whatever, and this was back during the debt ceiling, I think, and his quote, he said something along the lines of, if your house is burning down, it's all or nothing. You can't just rush in and try to save something. You either save all of it or it all burns down. And that just strikes me as, like I said earlier, horrible. full of lies and ambition. A horrible metaphor. If your house is burning, you're going to save whatever you can. If you look at it and go, nope, can't, nope, if I can't save all of it, you just walk away. No, you're gonna. It was just a horrible, horrible metaphor, and I called him on it, and we got a lot of traffic on it. So it's a good justification for what I'm trying to do with Orlando Insider. You never know what's going to be the big SEO cash cow. And it turned out the Rubio article was a year later. Not that I'm making any money on it yet that I'm aware of, but build that's the premise. That is the premise. Build this library, all these posts of it, very SEO friendly stories, and try to be a little entertaining while we do it. So this week, Josh is helping, whether he likes it or not. I did ask about some of the stuff, and he was okay with it. So I took a liberty with the other one, Dino Punch, Part 3, essentially. Came out pretty good. Let's see, and I'm just gonna keep working the Twitter feed and finding my stories and writing it, and I'm primed, I'm pumped for it, and I don't think there's any major crises, any giant workload. There's some bullshit stuff for work. I don't know. I'm worried as far as work goes. I'm worried that my April deadline, I'm worried that it's not going to happen. And I'm not sure what to do about that. I know I have to. There's things I have to do, and I think that's where I'm at right now. I have I guess I already do have a first draft of a proposition email, cold call email. I have to rewrite that and send that out to some realtors. I need to figure out, and I don't know, I should put an ad on Craigslist, but I looked at it before, and I saw some other guys' ads on Craigslist, and I was just like, I don't know if I can compete, and I don't know if that's worth it, and I don't know. So, it's a mixed bag. I'm not going to hurt myself, and if I put the stuff out there, at least I know it's out there. Who knows? I only need 2 or 3 paying clients. That's it. So that's my goal for this week. The other goal for this week, this weekend now, Sam finished the other bathroom. We're going to, what are we going to do? We need pictures of the condo. I need to post that on Craigslist. I'm also planning to post this car on Craigslist. This is going to be a little later in the game, but cars that I want to drive are, there are leases available that are incredibly cheap in comparison to what I am paying now for a car that I'm happy to drive, but I'm not thrilled about driving. Well, I'm not, it's not the car that I want. So, to cut my payment in half and be able to drive the car that I want seems like a good idea. So probably in the next 2 months I'll sell this car, and I think I can, because it's a 2011 with 12,000 miles on it. That's not bad. Well, thanks for catching up with me. Later.